In this tutorial for Team Yankee, I'm going to discuss with artillery rolling saves, pinning down the target, and repeat bombardment. So again, on page 51 of your rule book, artillery sequence, we picked our target, our spotting team. We checked the range, we selected template size, we selected the aiming point, we rotated to face the target, rolled the range in, we were successful, we rolled the hit, we were successful. Now we're going to roll some saves and pin down the target. All right, most of this video is going to be short and sweet because I covered a lot of it already about saves. So let's say this artillery is shooting at these tanks here, these armored tanks, not unarmored, but armored tanks, and all of them are underneath the template, and they hit two of them, let's say. So they hit this one and this one. How do we know if they've been destroyed? Well, again, it's just like direct fire shooting. We go to their anti-tank, and so the artillery is a 4, and you're going, oh, that's not too great. I can't penetrate the front armor or side armor. Well, with artillery, it's coming down, so you can use the top armor. So it's going against a 2. And so it's just going to be exact same save. Does their roll equal, beat, or is it less than their anti-tank? And if you don't know how to do that, go ahead and watch the video I've done of armored tank saves, because it's the same thing except for you just use the top armor instead of the front. And then there's the firepower. So that's it for armored tanks. So they would have to roll, and ooh, this one failed. Would it be blown up? This one. They both did horrible. Let's see if it destroyed. It got destroyed. No, it didn't. Oh, I'm not going to go into it. Okay, I was excited there because that rarely happens when you get to blow up a tank with artillery. All right, next will be infantry. They're under there and 2 of them get hit again. How do they do their saves? Already gone over that in the video. It's just like direct fire. If they're in bulletproof cover, the attacker has to do a firepower test. And of course, if they are hit, they are pinned down, just one hit. Now, I will say this though. There is certain bulletproof cover that provides no protection for them. If these guys are in bulletproof cover, such as in a building, so they're in here, or they're in their foxholes, yeah, they get bulletproof cover. But if they're hiding behind a bocage or behind a stone wall that would normally give them protection from straight fire, it gives them nothing against artillery strikes. So there's pretty much linear terrain that would normally give you bulletproof cover. It gives you nothing against artillery. And again, watch the video on how infantry makes their saves. I already did a video on that. Now, unarmored tanks, they get hit. It's the same as if they got hit by a straight fire shot, and I've done a video on that also, so you can watch that one. I'm just not going to repeat the same things in this video that's already been covered, just to save time. So it's the same. They make the same type of save as before. And our Hinds, some reason, oh, do you know, I keep forgetting I have Cobras. So these Cobras are in there. They're never going to get hit by artillery. So no need to go into that. So that is how you make your saves if you are hit by artillery. It's exactly the same as if they were hit direct fired, except for it gets rid of linear bulletproof cover, and it's going against top armor. All right, so we got some infantry out here, and they're in their foxholes, but also the opponent's been ranged in. So these artillery pieces further back and all that have ranged in on the spot before, so they've attacked this, they've got it, and they've gone through these guys' turn, and it's back to them. They can strike this spot again, and I've talked about this before where, you know, you have to get within 3, get whatever your number you need. But in this case, you're automatically ranged in on that spot from then on until you range in on a different spot. So the carnations here don't have to roll to range in. They ranged in first time. So set that down, point it. Now I've gone through all that in my videos, except for now they will not take these penalties because they ranged in on the first time. And then they roll to hit these and they make saves. As long as this is here and they're staying there, they can be hit every turn. Now if they move out of that, they're safe. This is the only thing that's going to be hit in that area there. And then maybe the artillery goes, oh, I want to range in again, red, white, blue. Oh, ranged in on the first one. So I'm going to range in on that spot and try to get as many as I can. So just remember with repeat bombardments, when you range in, you put your marker down and you keep it there until you range in on another spot. All right, just a couple more things I want to go over about being ranged in. I should have just left that out there. And I'm going to put some things out here to look at because this is mostly just discussion. So when you are ranged in, you can keep hitting that spot I already talked about, but you can also use a different spotting team. So if you were using your observer before to spot that, if on your next turn you have somebody else like maybe your HQ, it's just been sitting out here, he doesn't want to shoot, he's in the woods, and he can see that spot, you can range in on that spot now without using your observer. He can observe now somewhere else to give you that +1 to hit, and there's no penalty. You are automatically ranged in on that spot. You just put your template down. Who do you hit? So you can change your observer, but it has to be a valid. Remember, it can't move and all that. I've done a video on that already about spotters and their rules. And so that is something else to keep in mind about when you are ranged in. And that's pretty much how you roll saves. I know I didn't go into much detail, but I've already done videos on how infantry, unarmored vehicles, armored vehicles, and, well, aircraft doesn't matter in this one, how they make their saves, and I don't want to repeat that.